Shit. Okay, it ain't gonna do it. Yo, welcome to the Next to Flex podcast.
You're now tuned into the Next to Flex podcast. Streets talking about.
I got starting with my top, this way. We're gonna start with O.
What's up? It's O. Ready to talk some sports, man.
What up? It's Kev. Ready to talk sports and some pop culture, evidently.
Yo, this is J.O. Talk Your Shit Podcast. Also, Next to Flex Sports Podcast. We here. We ready to talk. Let's go.
All right. Happy New Year, DMVD Nice. Let's get it.
So festival. Festive.
And we got a guest host tonight. My man, Coach, I'll let him introduce himself.
Good evening, everybody. Coach Zeus. Happy New Year's from Explore Skills. You can check us out at exploreskills.com. We're doing everything HBCU and HUD related for esports.
All right, let's jump into it, fellas. I'll take over from here.
All right, yeah, let's start it off. So we'll start off like we always do with Commanders. Right now, they slotted. They had a number 2 pick.
That's great. Kevin, go ahead and start on it, man.
I mean, quarterback, clearly. I don't know what discussion is needed. Number 2 pick, number 3 pick, get a freaking quarterback.
Which quarterback?
Now that depends on the coaching staff that comes in. You know what I'm saying? Like if they want the tall white dude, get the tall white dude. They want a dynamic, Jaden Daniels who has progressively gotten better every year, is now also a superstar, being like 24 years old, however old he is. That's fine. I don't really care who the quarterback is. There are 2 options: is Drake May, or he been in college for 5 years, right? This is his career, right?
Okay.
Older.
Yeah, so he's not Lamar Jackson being 19 years old winning the Heisman. He's an older dude, so it is what it is.
Yeah, he's 23.
Yeah, so he's gotten
just
better,
23.
and he's
dominating.
He's dominating now as an older statesman in college. That has to be counted against him a little bit, but I don't really care, to be honest. I want someone to come in there that's going to evaluate talent, pick one of those 2 quarterbacks, and keep it moving.
Yeah, I agree.
So what quarterback you prefer?
I like Penix. I know everyone is talking about Jaden Daniels and Caleb, but Penix seems to me the most, I guess, big game proven, most accurate. Maybe he's not as mobile as Caleb.
He's another older statesman as well. He's been in college for also 5 years.
5 years. He was the runner up to the Heisman.
Right, but
he's runner up.
He played in Indiana.
I think he has overall. I think he has the best game. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not really convinced on the Carolina quarterback. I haven't watched enough tape on him. There's a lot of hype on him. Maybe that's having 2 Carolina picks back to back. I don't want another quarterback. Exactly. I don't want another Carolina quarterback either. You know,
if you go and get Penix will be there in the second round. He'll be there in the second round. You don't need.
That's what they're saying.
You don't need to waste the second pick for Penix. Here's the thing that the Commanders do, and they've done it with Jason Campbell. They've done it with RG3. Every time they draft a quarterback, their offensive line is always needing work. Ever since Trent Williams has left, the offensive line has needed work. Now, granted, you can say, we haven't been healthy this year, that year. That's perfectly fine. But if you mean to tell me that you're going to take the number 2 overall pick and go and get a quarterback, knowing that you have some needs to be met at the offensive line, that's still a problem right there. You didn't fix You didn't fix anything. You just put a Band-Aid on the problem.
Can I say one thing about the offensive line? Like every single time we talk about quarterbacks, everyone bring up offensive line, and I get that. But how has 2.6 seconds to throw the ball like any other quarterback? Like to sit here and say that Howard's back there running for his life, it's a misnomer, yo. Like if you compare what Mahomes has, what any other top quarterback has, is 2.6 seconds at the most to get rid of the freaking ball. You don't have to hold a block for 3 seconds for QB to be amazing or to be acceptable. All right. it's a false narrative. Like he has 2.6 seconds to get rid of the ball. Get rid of the goddamn ball.
And the piggyback on that. Yep. The piggyback on that when Brisket came in as a veteran, it just looked better. I mean, he made the offensive line look better because he got rid of the ball. So
get rid of the ball.
Agree. I mean, the offensive line does need work, but I don't think it needs as much work as people are saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, also protection. You know, you can't sit 5 men on the line against a 6-man blitz. You're gonna have to keep people in. You know what I'm saying? They have to do protect, they have to be able to shift their protection. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But they just did it sometimes. So like Kevin said, sometimes he sat back there and I was like, throw it away, sack. He don't need to. He don't need to.
Held the ball too. He was processing. He was processing too. You know, it's too late. Too slow.
He's taking too long to process. That's
I think if you're the Washington Commanders, I think you take the second pick, you go and get a weapon at receiver, you know who, and then in the second round you go pick up Michael Penix. It's not that difficult. You got 9 picks in the entire draft to do what you need to do. If
Penix is there, I mean, yes, but he's not guaranteed to be there in the second round. You never know.
Right,
and you're gonna miss out
him or Bo Nix. We can't run the risk of missing a quarterback in this draft.
Exactly.
Not at top.
I don't know about Bo Nix.
We've done it. We've done that before. We've done that dance before. We've done that.
Well, the last time they did, they had trade up. They traded up to number 2 to get. They traded up to get RG3. So this time they're already there. They don't have to give up anything to get him. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit different.
He played out as a rookie.
And he balled out.
Just got hurt. But
he did.
When we've done that dance with the second round, with the late first round, it just hasn't worked out. It just hasn't. So
it didn't work out with Chase Young. He was number 2. I mean, he's gone already. So I mean,
I'm talking about quarterback. That's why they should have got a quarterback. That's what I'm saying.
Well, the thing it would have been Tua. So let's not pretend it would have been Herbert. It'd have been Tua at number 2, which you know, there's iffy things there too. I mean, I'm not sure this town would be happy with a Tua. I mean, they hated Kirk Cousins. I mean, I don't understand.
I know one thing too. Gets the ball away quick.
Yeah,
get the ball out of there quick.
Oh yeah.
So let me ask you this. Do you trade up to get Caleb at that number 1? Would you make that move?
No, it's not going to happen. But no,
nah, it's not worth it.
You wouldn't. Why give up the boatload to go up 1 pick? That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
No.
You already had 2. If he was at what, just out 7 or 8, you know, trade up.
Caleb.
But no.
But if you want Caleb, you may have to do that, man.
They're not getting Caleb. I'm fine with not getting Caleb. That's not something you need to do when there's 2
the Bears. If the Bears sitting at 1, if they decide to stay with Fields, they may be able to. Well, if the Bears sitting at 1, they may be willing to stay with Fields, and it may just be a sale for that number 1 pick. Who wants?
And it won't be the Skins.
That's kind of what I was thinking for the next topic. But I'm gonna wait to that before I speak on
that. Yeah, we here now. Go ahead, speak on it. Go ahead,
get into it.
I'm gonna be honest. I think the Bears go with Fields. I think they keep Fields, and I think they shop that number 1 pick. I think there's so much that you can get from that number 1 pick. We're talking about you can get potential picks for the future. You can, and still go down in this draft to the 12th, 13th, 14th pick, whatever the case may be. And you've already got Justin Fields there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think if the Bears really sit down and think about it, and with the overall landscape of their division, I think at this point in time, their best bet would be to keep Fields, build around them, you know what I'm saying? Build that offense, build that defense, and then go with what you got.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. Fields is fantastic. Everyone likes Fields. Do you want to pay Fields $41 million a year to be Justin Fields right now as the Bears? Because if you keep him, that's what you're gonna have to do. Like, he's due for extension. It's $41 million a year. Is Justin Fields worth $41 million a year to the Bears right now? I don't think he is. I think starting over with a quarterback is a much better situation for long-term growth than paying Justin Fields right now with the team as it is. He's due 41.
Yeah, you reset the clock. You reset the clock. 5 more years on a rookie contract. You know what I mean? So you still could build around Caleb too. You know, so you don't have to you I don't know. It's
everything you said is correct.
You put that money somewhere else.
To me, I don't know. To me, when you draft another quarterback, it's kind of like starting over, man.
You are starting over.
I think if you got a coach that's been there, if they fired a coach, I say
he's fired.
I say if they fired a coach,
he's not coming back. He's not coming back.
Come on, man. He's long
gone. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think it's been decided yet because they've kind of turned it around. I mean, they got like the number 2 rushing defense in the NFL. They've turned it around, man. The defense. So it's about getting offensive continuity. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
I feel like if the coach is still there, you keep Fields.
They beat Green Bay next week. They beat Green Bay.
Yeah, that's a whole different conversation. And not only that, you don't even have to pay Fields yet. You tag him 1 year, see what he does, and if you don't like what he does, then you move on. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole purpose of setting yourself up for the future.
But you missed the opportunity to draft a generational talent in Caleb Williams for that risk.
Yeah,
you know but like, it's a risk.
I mean, it's a risk both ways. We thought RG3 was a generational talent. We saw kind of what happened with him.
He was generational until he got hurt.
Yeah, exactly.
He wanted.
You know the life expectancy in the NFL. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but you have more of a you have less risk involved because you have a quarterback who be on a new clock and less money. With Fields paying him $41 million, you are shortening your time span.
I disagree.
Okay.
I think at the end of the day,
disagree, man. The quarterback drafting a quarterback in the first round is a crapshoot. Man, we never know which one of these dudes going to be good.
It's always a crapshoot. But this not you picking someone who's proven in college who's been successful. You know what I'm saying?
But he's proven in college. We're talking about a college player, and we're talking
all
about
these quarterbacks.
You know what I'm saying? We're talking about versus a guy that's already in the NFL right now. I'm keeping Justin. I'm gonna let Justin do what he do for a year. If it doesn't work, you can move. But you want to build around him to give him a proper team so that he can show you what he can do. That's just all I'm saying. I don't think he's had his fair shot. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest about it.
I don't consider he had a fair shot. I mean, I don't think he's missing. He finally got his number 1 receiver this year. He should have had some receivers in the past, but look at his record overall, man. His record, he's been struggling. I mean, this is most games he's won in his whole career. 5 games. I'm like, come on now. He's been there 3-4 years already. There's most games he won this year.
Wasn't he hampered with injuries?
I don't think he's injured that much.
He was in right now, 3rd.
I think in his 3rd or 4th year. 4th year.
Next year,
3rd year.
This is 3rd year, right? Yeah. So
his extension is 2025. So that means he was drafted in 2020, right?
Yeah. That's the 5th year option is 2024.
Right. So this is his 4th year.
No. The 5th year option. They do that before the
25. His 5th year option is 25, right?
Well, he came in 2021.
Okay.
So my thing is I'm actually kind of with Zeus and Omar. I think especially if it's only his 3rd year, that means this year you got a year to get. This summer they got a chance to either extend him his 5th year option, whatever. So you extend the 5th year option. You actually got 2 years to figure out really if he can do something, right? So I actually, if somebody give you a boatload at like 4 or 5, why not go down to that? They still got the number 10 pick. They get the number 4 or 5 pick. They probably can get Harrison Jr. at 4. You get
no.
He
has. I don't know if he's getting past 4.
They have the pick 9 and pick 1 now. They failed a little bit because they won some games, so they no longer. They have like pick 9. And
they've been winning. That's the thing.
Yeah,
they playing good.
They've been winning late. They've been playing good ball lately. They have been playing good ball.
What I'm saying is if they trade down to 4, get more picks. Trade down to 4. They got 4. They would have 4. They would have 9 or 10, and some more picks later on. Why not take that 4th pick, get another weapon like Marvin Harrison Jr., go down to 10, probably get an offensive lineman or something like that, and then what else, the picks later. I mean, because if you go from 4 to 1, they're going to get another 1st rounder, probably another 2nd rounder or something like that. So if Fields only in his 3rd year and you like him, that's what I would do.
It's like that right now. It's ranked at.
It all depends on the coach. You said too. So
I think the coach is fine. So that's why I'm adamant that it's gonna be a new coach and he's gonna win his own quarterback. But if the coach stays, then yes. But I don't think he's staying though.
Hey, real quick, guys. Right now, the positions is Chicago 1, Commanders 2, New England is 3, Arizona is 4, New York is 5. The Giants, that is. The Chargers is 6, Tennessee 7, 8 is the Jets, 9 is the Falcons, and 10 is the Bears.
10 is the Bears. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's at 10. They at 10.
I just think that, with everything said, you look at, his injury in 2021, you look at the injury in 2022, you can even go back to, January of 2023, he had the hip strain, and then in October, he dislocated his thumb or something like that. Like, if he's to get
a lot of injuries, man.
Yeah,
for somebody take a lot of hits, he run the ball a lot.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, he gets hit a lot. My issue is this. You're talking about a guy who's constantly getting sacked, who's constantly getting hit. You're going to bring in another quarterback that's going to have very similar issues, and we think that's
he's more accurate.
A quarterback that cries to his mommy.
But he's more
quarterback that cries to his mommy.
But so let's play this game.
No, how you gonna say you don't know if he's more accurate, man?
Real
come on now. Justin Fields is like 32 out of 33 quarterback in accuracy. Not in college.
Played a single NFL game yet.
You talking about NFL? You ain't talking about what he did in college,
right? But when he
I'm saying NFL, Fields right now is not accurate.
When he comes to the NFL, right, he is going to have the same issues that Justin Fields had to deal with when he snaps the ball. You just mentioned the 2.6 seconds, throwing it away, not having healthy receivers. This is the first year he's had his number one guy. These are the things that he's going to have to deal with. You're going to place all of these new issues and nuances on a guy that hasn't even got acclimated to the NFL. His NFL welcoming looks like a lot of sacks and a lot of interceptions if we're going to keep it a B. We do this every year. We do this every year. Every year we say
CJ Stroud did an amazing job.
That's being a number one pick.
I'm gonna be real. Every year we do this. This quarterback is gonna be great. He's gonna do this. He's gonna do that. They get drafted to a piss poor team with a terrible line, with no wide receivers to throw to. They look completely generic. They look very pedestrian. And then we gotta wait 3 or 4 years to see what goes on with them.
CJ Stroud, you waited 3 games. So I mean,
you said what?
CJ Stroud.
You saying CJ Stroud?
He came in with the same issues. The team was horrible last year. He came in and balled the hell out. That's what's the shiniest new object right now is CJ Stroud. And the Bears may try to emulate that with Caleb Williams.
If you believe that the Bears are going to have the same success, then hey, by all means, go draft them. We've seen the story quite a few times.
I am saying that the coach is fired. If the coach stays, then yes, it makes sense to keep Fields. I am adamant that the coach should be fired, but I could be wrong.
That number one pick, man, it's hard to pass up, man. Go ahead.
Hard to pass up.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's go into the draft. Ought to be interesting though. It's gonna be real interesting. All right, next week also as we get closer to that. So next topic is the Ravens. They won 56-19, big win over Miami. Lamar threw for 321 yards, 5 TDs. Very impressive. 18-21. Y'all think he solidified his MVP candidacy?
Of course.
I did 18 of 21.
There's no doubt.
Of course.
Is that what you said?
18 of 21 for 321 yards. Yeah. 18-21, 321
Can I say I
yards.
told you so on the
5 TDs.
I told you so on the live?
With 35 yards rushing.
You said I can say it? I can say it?
Yeah.
I told you in May. I told you before the NBA playoffs even started, before the season was even, I told you, I said, let my boy Lamar have a healthy squad next year. They're going 14-3. Y'all looked at me crazy. I said, my bad. They can go 13-4. Yeah, it was who was it? It was Jay and AK. Let's throw some names out there. They thought I was crazy.
Throw some names out there.
They thought I was crazy. I told them, I said, look, since Lamar won MVP, when has he had a healthy roster?
Mm-hmm.
The last year, look at how many injuries we had. Look at the year before that, look how many injuries we had. We were beat up, banged, and hobbled up, and we still found a way to make it to the playoffs. Now here we are. Now here we are healthy. Now here we have an actual wide receiver core out. We have a wide receiver core outside of Rashad Bateman and Mark Andrews. And look at what we're doing. Dude's putting up MVP numbers again. I already knew they was going to beat Miami. I already said it. I've been saying it for weeks. I said they was going to beat the 49ers. I said how we were going to beat them. People didn't believe me. Here we are. Like the Ravens, I don't know who hasn't been watching them. The Ravens are really that team if you really look at it. So, like, I told you so.
I hope the people you talking to listening.
I would. Hey, listen, I want to piggyback on that. I did the score too last week with Miami getting obliterated, and I just knew, you know what I mean. Right now, they just got that it factor about them. They the most complete team in football. You feel what I'm saying? Outside of when I was saying San Francisco and them, they were the most complete team in football, and I just feel like they are that team to beat right now. Right now, I don't see any team in the AFC right now really contending with them. Miami was the only one. Somebody might say Buffalo or whatever, but
just Cleveland. We only got to worry about Cleveland. That's it. We only have to worry about Cleveland.
I think Cleveland and Buffalo. I mean, Cleveland and Buffalo will give them a run. But right now, I wasn't convinced on Baltimore early, but they've made me a believer as they've gotten better and better and better. Because obviously they had their injuries too. On running back, you know, they always losing running backs. Defense was struggling early. They've gotten better, and so I mean, they've proved that they're the best team right now in NFL. Now, can it translate to the playoffs and get to a Super Bowl? I mean, we'll see. You know, Lamar was one playoff game. I'm hoping they play as a team and get to that next step. That's the only thing missing right now in his resume is getting to the next step.
D Nice, I want to say this. You said as they were getting better and got better and better and better. I mean, how many games they lost this year? 3.
No, it was still some games that they won early that wasn't like they had like a little rough stretch early on. And it was a couple of ugly wins that just like, you know, they were still like teeter-tottering as a good team, but were they the best team? It took them a while to figure out.
And they totally blew that Cleveland game. They blew it. They was up by like 2 touchdowns.
They blew
they blew the Indy game too. The Indy game they ran all on.
We've lost.
Then they faced Detroit and
Pittsburgh was a bad game.
Yeah, every game that we've lost, I'm gonna be the one to say it. Every game that we've lost, it was us. We blew it. You could blame the refs, you could blame the non-calls and things of that nature, but no, we blew it. And I'm glad that we lost the games that we lost. I
kind of see what D Nice is talking about.
Team just straight up beat Baltimore.
I thought Baltimore was a much better team than what they trotted out against Pittsburgh when they lost that game, Indianapolis, but like you said, as they started to beat teams, then you know I'm not.
I don't want to talk about Detroit.
Lamar started off slow. No, Lamar didn't start the season as hot as he is right now. It took him a long time.
But Lamar was still figuring out the new playbook. He was figuring out.
Exactly.
This is that year. You got Odell, Rashad, and Zay out there, and y'all might not have known how good they would be. But I've been saying since the draft, me and Bezel and AK and them was talking. I said, look, Zay is gonna be that guy.
I said it too. I got the tape.
And you know, and I said, like, guys like Odell out there, they demand attention. You got to put hands on them. That's where the pass interferences are coming from. You know what I'm saying? So while Lamar's figuring that out, it only took him a couple of weeks, but once he figured it out, they hit the ground running. We've destroyed every narrative out there. Oh, they're not gonna beat the Detroit line. Okay, cool, got them out of there. Oh, they're not gonna this Homestead that they got against it. We did that. After the bye week, Lamar Jackson is blah, blah. Okay, we did that. In December, Lamar's okay. We did that. We did all that.
Oh yeah, they've done it all. I mean, I give them credit, but the next step, that next level is in the playoffs. You know, this is where you really make your money and where the bones about. So I'm hoping they do well in the playoffs. I want to see. You know, we'll see who they match up against. Like I said, Cleveland is going to be tough. Buffalo, if they get there, is going to be tough. Obviously, KC, they're done. They're cooked. But they're the favorites, though. They're the favorites. I could see them getting there.
I'll give you the boldest prediction ever. They're going to look like the best Super Bowl team in the last 6 years. They're going to look better than the last 5 winners of the Super Bowl. That's how good they're going to look this playoffs.
Let me see.
If I would have said that.
All right, we'll see. We'll see. I mean,
let me see.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this right now. Let me ask y'all, based on what y'all seen right now, so we have week 18 now. Based on everything that you've seen, Look at the last guys that have won the Super Bowl. Look at the last 5 teams that have won the Super Bowl. You don't think Baltimore can compete with them? I'll wait.
I didn't
What's
say
the
they
question? The
couldn't.
last 5 teams that won the Super
Yeah,
Bowl?
last 5 teams.
I mean, I'm trying to think. You have Brady. Yeah, Brady wasn't dominant, but they got hot. It seems to get
I can't
hot in the
compare them to
playoffs.
them till they get to the
So
Super
you
Bowl.
can't really compare them yet. Yeah, like
Until they get to the playoffs. Yeah,
we'll see how they go. I mean, the Super Bowl, playoff football is
I
different.
think you're getting a little ahead of it. They be getting a little ahead of it.
It's cool. We'll
They
have
be
this
getting a little
conversation at the end of January.
Yeah, for sure. Let's put our money where our mouth is. Let's put our money where our mouth is.
It's cool. It's cool. I'll tell y'all again in February. Look, so the Super Bowl weekend, I'm gonna be in Cartagena, Colombia, so my Wi-Fi is gonna be trash. But I'm gonna have a margarita in one hand and a shot of Don Julio in the other hand, letting y'all know that we the Super Bowl champions in October.
All right.
So it's all good. It's all good.
All right, that's a bet.
All right, so we move on to the opposite side of the spectrum. We got Philly. They were at the top all season, but they took a loss to the Cardinals 35-31. AJ Brown was in the news. He was trashing the coaches, saying the game plan was terrible. Hurts a couple weeks ago said everyone wasn't committed. What y'all think about Philly? You think Hurts has took a step back this year? What y'all think?
So I think people not changing offense and defense coordinators and movement pieces has been a bigger deal than people probably brought up. I mean, their defense, it's been trash all year. I mean, this is the first time I've seen them get exposed on the ground like this. I watched the game today, the replay, and they just ran all on them. Usually you get passed on. I mean, right now they're just in shambles. They're not playing complimentary football. I mean, they're on defense making too many mistakes. Offense, they're not sustaining drives. They're not running the ball like they did last year. So the whole identity, they don't have identity right now. Last year, their identity was to run the ball, play good defense and grind out games. Right now, they're they were explosive. They're not explosive right now. They're not running the ball. Swift is barely getting 100 yards. I mean, he had 1,000 yards, but that's nothing these days. They're just not the same team. And so, I mean, they're imploding right now from inside. And so, I definitely think their run is, it's going to be short-lived in the playoffs this year.
They got their eyes on the wrong thing. The calendar that they're looking at is February 2024. They should have been in November. They should have been in December. You know what I'm saying? They was just looking forward to the future. They was looking forward to the playoffs, and you let guys that weren't supposed to beat you get in there and beat you. It's just that simple. Also, let's not take for granted the fact that when trade deadline happened, they kind of moved some players on defense that they really missing right now. You just said guys are running all over them right now and everything like that. It's like this is the tail of the tape. You got rid of the wrong guys, and other guys aren't stepping up. It's always supposed to be next man up. We're waiting for the next man to step up right now. So it is what it is. And they got a tough task against New York this week coming up, because New York almost beat them the last time. So
the first game, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see what happens.
Right now, do they have the tiebreaker right now? I guess I think with this loss, they're not even winning the division no more. They got to
lose. They got to win. Dallas got to lose for them to win.
Dallas can
Dallas got to lose. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and Dallas not.
They're gonna play hard. It's gonna be different.
Dallas about to destroy them boys. They're not.
But I actually kind of agree with you guys about the. It's very underrated, but I mean, people don't think about it as much. But the coaching, the assistant coaches, and the coordinators, they are sometimes more important to players than the actual head coach, because they are who they work with every day. But those are the people that you miss a lot. So it's a big deal that they lost both coordinators too. I think that's a big deal too. Like the offensive coordinator, like you said, he had an identity for the team. They went big plays, play action, stuff like that. Ran the ball well. This year they just don't seem like they don't know what to do.
So, yeah, I mean, I could jump in. Like what J.O. was saying and D Nice is saying is absolutely correct, but it isn't as simple as the top two coordinators, because the whole coaching staff was poached by those two coordinators. Like it ain't like they left by themselves. And you see they're doing great. Arizona's doing fantastic, and Indianapolis is doing fantastic. That's all Philly's coaching staff. I mean, it's not fully all of them, but they are a big part of.
They took some of their player position coaches with them, yeah.
Right, exactly. So I mean, that's the big thing. And so what's happening is that they're still the same team. They still, was 9-1 or whatever. But where the new coaching staff is failing is the adjustments. So NFL teams now have 10, 12, 13 games of film on these new coaches, and now they're just it's being used. Like they're clearly not adjusting very well to the NFL game. As far as like at halftime you had to adjust for whatever to win the game. The new staff that has replaced the old staff that's now in Arizona and Indianapolis just hasn't quite felt their way through how to adjust in game like the other staff could. So I don't think it's a lack of focus with that, but I just think it's going to be they need experience and they need time to understand how to adjust. Adjusting is the hardest part about being a coach, and I think they're just not doing a good job of it now.
Okay, cool. All right, so we move on to talk about Russell Wilson's recent benching.
Okay,
I'll give you some numbers. What's that?
Oh, go ahead. I was going to show the video.
Yeah, clip.
Yeah, whenever you're ready for
it. Yeah, go ahead. Show the clip. My bad, show the clip.
That has been unprofessional and classless. Listen, if you want to bench him, you're absolutely entitled to do that, both as the head coach, general manager, and the owner of the football team. To go to him and say, we want you to alter your contract that we signed off on, or else we are going to threaten to bench you and/or bench you, is not a way that you handle business in the NFL. It's certainly not a way that you handle a guy that has been a pro and a Super Bowl champion for 10 plus years.
And a Hall of Famer. That's what he was going to say last.
I prefer Ryan Clark's take than his, but yeah, I understand.
Okay, and let me give you Russ's stats so far this year: 3,070 yards, 26 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 98.0 passer rating, 66.4 completion percentage. So his numbers don't look bad at all. The Broncos gave up 2 first-round picks and 3 players to get him,
and gave him fully guaranteed.
And now they bench him. And
well, the thing is, it was a different regime. Didn't they get rid of?
What was the deal with the fully guaranteed?
I thought it's all fully guaranteed.
It's not all fully guaranteed, but it's
I think they guaranteed
it's a big cap hit.
I thought that was Lamar's hang up, that Wilson and Watson got fully guaranteed. He wanted fully guaranteed as well.
No, I don't think it's fully guaranteed.
I don't know. I thought he got like
100
or 150 million guaranteed or something like that. Like I thought he
got a big amount. He didn't get the Watson. He didn't get
I don't know
John Watson money though.
Okay.
But regardless, it was a previous regime that paid him though.
Well, what does that mean?
That's not Sean Payton's guy. It's not Sean Payton's guy.
I got what you're saying. I just feel like I'm always on the player side when it comes to money, to be honest with you, because at any time they can say come take a pay cut or you're not playing. But if you want more money, the more you hold out, they can fine you. But you can't like do anything. All you gotta do is sit there and take it. You understand what I'm saying? So they can just say, well, you should stick to your contract when it's for them. But as soon as you want more money, it's stick to the contract. Well, management did it, stick to the contract. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm always with the players with the mind, especially in the most violent sport in the world. I mean,
well, they were telling him, they threatened to they asked him to change his bonus guarantee date, or they were going to bench him. I know the Players Association investigating that.
Yeah, they're investigating it right now. Because he's about to hit all his bonuses. If you really look at his bonuses, we're talking about a guy 10 games. He has over 100 QB rating. We're talking about 10 games.
He's cracked the top 10.
Right, he's cracked the top 10. We're talking about 10 of these games. Yeah. He's completed over 60% of his passes. Like, we're talking about a guy. He don't have bad numbers. You know what I'm saying? Like the rest we saw last year and the rest that we see this year, two completely different rusts.
Totally different. Slim, I take 26 and 9 right now. I tell you that much. I know more than half the teams will take that.
Yeah, exactly. And you want to bench him for your reason that you want to bench him because you don't want to give him the bonuses. But now he's telling everything. So once the NFL Players Association gets involved, he'll get a nice little check. But also, I think he's going to go to a better team next year. He's going to go to a team that they've seen it. Even if they say come in and back up and earn your spot as the number 1 QB, I think if Russell has the right weapons around him, like he can replicate this season. You know,
Russ can go to Minnesota or well, actually, I want Fields to go to Falcons to be honest. But anyway.
But I said it would be the perfect team for us.
Atlanta or Minnesota.
I know.
It would be the perfect team.
Atlanta or Minnesota.
I like that. I think Atlanta, Minnesota will be really good.
Minnesota.
Yeah, Minnesota got 2 really good. I mean, they got Jet and
you want a good run game. You know what I'm saying? He's a good player. He's a good play action quarterback and throwing deep. I mean, that's his strength. That's his strength.
Addison coming along too, real nice.
Yeah, and Kirk Cousins' knee injury, he's not gonna be back for a while. So, you know, his contract is up.
Free agent anyway. They probably won't re-sign him.
Yeah, they're not going to.
He might go to Atlanta. That's where he's from.
Kurt, it's time for Kurt to ride on out of here, man. He got a couple more years. Let him ride off.
Hey, Kurt was balling this year before he got hurt, though.
Man. Kurt got many years.
Kurt was balling. Kurt got a couple years left. He was balling this year.
Number 1 quarterback in the league when he.
I don't like Kurt.
Yeah, exactly.
For a long time.
I don't like Kurt because before my grandfather passed away, he was a big Redskins fan. And Kurt lost that man a lot of money. We talking about pick sixes and overtime. We talking about we just knew that he was going to have a good birthday, and Kurt just ruined it. We talking about Kurt give you 300 yards and 2 interceptions and a loss. Like that's just who Kurt is to me. Like even when he was with Minnesota, I never bet on him. I always bet against him. I made good money, so wherever he goes, I'll bet against them too. And I'll keep making my money.
Atlanta, that's an easy bet against.
Oh yeah, that's easy. That's it. Vegas might rig that one, but that's still easy money right there. DMVD nice.
Let's slide on over to.
You smiled a little bit. I know you wanted to stick up for your boy Kurt, but he was slumming over there in y'all uniform too. Don't pretend.
He wasn't. I'll stick up for him. Kurt was a fantastic Redskins quarterback. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Fantastic.
Yes.
A fantastic.
The best we've had in the past 10, 12 years. Name someone better.
Okay. All right.
Name someone better.
All right.
There's no one better.
I don't know if I call him fantastic, but he was the best we've had though. I mean, shit, it had nothing better.
Say a lot. At one point in time, Jason Campbell was y'all.
It doesn't. It doesn't say a lot. That's the best we had in a long time.
Patrick Ramsey was y'all starting quarterback. Like that doesn't say a lot.
They went through a lot of quarterbacks.
We traded back in the first round to get him, didn't we? Something like that.
Yeah, RG3 year, same year. RG3, they got traded the same year. Draft same year.
Talk about Patrick Ramsey.
I'm just saying, y'all had a lot of quarterback woes. So this is another day in the office for y'all, I guess.
Man, it's tough. But Kirk, he's still a baller though. He still could play at least 3-4 more years, man. He still make plays. They struggled early this year when he was but in primetime games obviously he struggles. But last year they got lucky with some wins. He won one playoff game, but he'll get another shot somewhere else.
He'll get a shot at the Jets. He'll make them look good. He'll get a shot at the Jets.
Jets Jets gonna come back with. They're gonna try to bring Aaron Rodgers back, which I don't know why.
That's a waste of time. That's a waste of time.
I know. He's way past his prime.
Go ahead, let that man.
Y'all better stop playing with that boy.
Okay. He'll be back next year. Hurt again. What you mean?
Exactly. You're gonna hurt the other Achilles.
So back to the Russ thing. I think we all agree it's something fishy going on.
Of course.
Yeah, it's not above board, but I'm with y'all. Normally, I'm not gonna sit here and cry for Russ. I'm not. He brought a lot of himself with the whole Let's Ride thing. It blew up in his face, but he has corrected the ship, and he deserves to be treated as a elder statesman, an elder top player in his league, and they're not doing that right now. And it has a little stench to it. I can't label it what I want to label it right now, but it has a stench to it. I need to see what's going to happen, but it's not. It has a stench to it. I'll say that because Peyton never treated Drew Brees like this, and Drew Brees was out kissing babies the same way Russell Wilson is. So it's a lot of things. It's a lot of things that's doesn't really sit right with me. Right. And what's going on with Russ, but again, I'm not
never did. You would never did Brees.
He's still gonna get paid. He's still gonna get paid. So don't cry for him. He's still gonna get paid. But yeah, they definitely doing him wrong. They doing him dirty. They doing him dirty for sure. So he definitely deserves more respect.
Brees couldn't even throw the ball. Brees couldn't even throw the ball 20 yards, man, last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But anyway,
he's trying to end of his career.
We should go ahead and go to the picks, man. Since we on this NFL thing.
Y'all ready to go and let's do it.
Yeah.
These dynamic picks of the week.
We'll do it one more time.
These dynamic picks of the week.
All right. These dynamic picks. Let's go over a recap for last week first. Last week we went over the college games and NFL games. Let's go over the college games first. Me and Jo, we both picked Bama and Washington. So basically everyone split 1-1. Bama should have had that game. It was a good game. They should have had that game. It was a tale of two halves. First half, we saw Michigan dominate, Bama dominate second half, but it came down to an end. It was a good game. Washington, we all saw that. Washington, Penix, he's dominant.
Texas should have won that game, though. I'm going to be honest. Texas, on a 12-yard line 15 seconds ago, Texas should have won the game. The play calling was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Texas had that game. They threw it away. Even though they shouldn't have had opportunity, like the Washington running back getting hurt 45 seconds ago was a gift from the heavens. And Texas won. Like they had that game. There's no way you could be on the 12-yard line 15 seconds to go and not throw one pass to the end zone. That is insane. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah,
but
that was.
I've never seen the Alabama Michigan. I've never seen Alabama play so sloppy like that, man. It was just they've
been saying their offensive line is struggling all year. Their old line is struggling all year this year. The quarterback obviously he struggled early. He was kind of up and down all year. The defense play they've been pretty consistent for the most part, but the offense they've been sloppy all year. They're not the same dominant offense they've been in the past.
It had to do with Michigan being good, though.
Yeah, Michigan has a good.
They didn't play well either.
This is good.
They made a lot of mistakes too.
They played that very
They made a lot of mistakes too.
It was two good teams playing each other. I mean, it was like defensive.
Yeah, but that was more a Michigan game, man. Because Michigan has for the past 3 years, Michigan has won some gritty ass games, yo. Like every time they beat Ohio State, it's always the same pattern. They start out slow, but towards the end of like the third quarter, something clicks in the Harbaugh coach squad, and they just play the fourth quarters way different than the other 3/4 of the game. And they've had the same pattern for the past 3 years.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, they grind it out. I mean, that running back is nice. I mean, they grind it out. And the quarterback made just enough plays, especially in crunch time, to get him over the hump. So
that running back's from Maryland, so he gotta be a good player.
St. Francis.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man, what you doing to the window, man? What you doing over there? Messing with the angles. All right. Getting this. All right, on NFL picks. Myself and Kev were 2-1. I think we were only one pick Lions. Was Lions should have won that game. We need to talk about that debacle. That was that was crazy.
That nothing to play for. Like he wanted to go home, man. He didn't want to go to OT.
He did not want to go OT. I was telling my buddy, like, look, they had nothing to lose. They're gonna be third seed regardless. Yeah. I mean, like, okay,
I knew he was going for that job.
But
3 straight times.
I know. Okay, and you got to move further and further back. You kept on going for it.
After the first time, I would have kicked it to tie it, but
exactly. They didn't care, but that was crazy with the ref. I mean, obviously the ref was getting penalized for not acknowledging the right player. That was some bull. That was some bull.
Yeah, that was.
I mean, you even see him. I'm signaling his arms like this.
He's doing
Yeah, he's doing it right. He's doing the signal, and he's looking the other way. I'm like, come on now. I'm like, how does that happen? Exactly.
The one he claimed was eligible.
He was just running. He was just running. Yeah,
running
that didn't make no sense, man. Yeah,
that's overturned.
that was the one of the wildest ends I've seen in a long time, man.
I agree. So we should be 3-0, D. I'm with you.
Yeah, we definitely should have been 3-0 now.
So you said.
So everybody else was 3-0.
What was?
Everybody was 3-0. Everybody was 3-0.
What, Omar?
Okay, all right. How you
3-0? You 3-0. You 3-0. You 3-0.
He started off with me and Kevin was 2-1. Like that's the headline.
Yeah, right. Like that was
nah. Okay.
Well, I was about to say, wait a minute.
The headline, y'all everybody 3-0. Everybody 3-0. My bad. Nah. Y'all did good. Y'all did good. All right.
Oh, he was proud because he was 2-1. He was proud because he was 2-1. Okay.
Nah, man. Nah. It was some bullshit. We got robbed. That's what it was. We got robbed. All right. Let's start off with the college game first. We got the championship game Monday night. I forgot where they playing. They playing in where they playing at?
Houston.
All right.
Hold on, I'll tell you in a minute.
So we got Washington, Michigan. Michigan. I think it's gonna be a good game.
I got Michigan.
It's gonna be a good game.
I got Michigan.
What you got, Bezel?
I got Michigan because they got cool helmets. I'm gonna ride with that.
Somebody used that last week, man.
I got that from my boy, man. I don't know where he at, but yeah, I'm riding with that, yo.
What you got, O?
You said he got that from his boy. You don't know where he. Anyway, I'm picking Washington in this game.
Oh my God, how he gonna flip this shit?
I'm picking Washington. Because the way that boy was slinging that thing, man. The way he was slinging that thing. Michigan. I think Michigan could have easily lost that game last week, man. But I was impressed with that Washington game, man. I think that was only the second time I even watched them. You know,
what's the score of the game?
I'm going with Washington.
Give me the score again.
What score? He's been acting for the score.
I'm gonna say Washington gonna win a nail biter, man. It's gonna be like 24-21 or something like that. 20s.
Okay. What about you, Kev?
I'm going Michigan, man. It's going to be a shootout, but I think Michigan's defense is really good. If the 5 stars at Alabama can't block the Michigan dudes, I feel that Washington 2.5, 3 stars will have the same problem.
You know they was voted the best line in college football, though, right?
Washington was.
Yeah, they said that.
That's caused Penix get rid of the ball so quick. I understand that. Well, that makes sense. No, that makes sense. But I'm still going with Michigan's defense. It's going to be a shootout. It ain't going to be easy, but I think Michigan's going to have a better game plan than Texas. They're going to run the ball more, keep Penix off the field, and then win because Penix is going to score. Like he's proven he's going to score. So I don't see Michigan feeding into that. They're going to run Blake Corum all freaking day. They're going to get in there 5 tight end set like they do in the fourth quarter. They're going to start out game. They're going to start out first quarter with that, and they're going to run the ball up and down the field.
All right. We got 2 for Michigan. What you got? Coach?
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I like Michigan, man. Not gonna hold you. I'm just gonna keep it a bean with you. I think that at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, they got this going, man. So you got Michigan on my end. If you want to score, shoot. We can go, 26-16, 26-17, something like that. It's going to be close enough, but you know what I'm saying?
Washington's scoring 16 points.
All right, what about you, JL?
I'm going with purple all day, baby.
The purple?
I'm going Michael Penix and them people.
Okay.
They got weapons, dog. Like, they just got weapons. I mean,
they're gonna spread them boys out.
Michigan got one All-American corner. The other dude is kind of shy. I mean, kind of, iffy.
Yeah. Their D
Just don't
line
know.
makes
Just
their
don't know.
corners. I
Like-
totally get it. I totally
Like
get it.
I just feel like I don't know. Way Penix is playing, man.
Yeah,
They
he
been
been
in
at a high
some
level.
battles.
Backfield
When I
every
tell you
time.
battles, so that's the thing. They both teams been in some battles, but I feel like shootouts. When it come down to it, Washington been into a lot of shootouts this year. But
They beat Oregon twice, which is a phenomenal
I
feat.
just got them. I just
Exactly.
think they're gonna win this job.
So many times they got sacked in that game in the first half. They was on him faster than the damn football was getting to
They
him.
would. They did. They made a lot of mistakes. Hey,
It was
but look,
sack party in the first half on that Michigan game.
Only 5 sacks there.
he's talking about Alabama. Yeah, they sacked him a lot. I mean, but it's a different old line. It's a different old line though too, and different scheme. You know,
It's the same coach and defense, man. I'm telling you, them boys.
Michael Penix.
you said the same thing about Texas, man.
I know, right?
He said it's the same coach.
He was real confident about Texas last week too.
Okay, and they lost by what, 3 points? And like Kevin said, they should have won the game. It's just what it was. Yeah. But
they lied.
No, you said it'd be a blowout though, BZ.
I thought it was.
Yeah, exactly. You called a blowout. You called a blowout. Yeah,
I did. I called a blowout. I called a blowout on that game, and I did on Michigan too. I was wrong. It happens.
So you got to look at how the dimes that Penix was dropping. Like he was throwing 50 dimes in his pocket. So they give him a little. They're going max protect, double move. They're going to get some. He's going to drop some dimes, and we'll see how their defense is underrated too. So it's going to be a close one. I say it's been 38, 34. Washington. It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a shootout.
I don't know, Michigan.
If it was in the elements too, it's gonna be it's probably in the dome weather. You don't have to worry about no weather concerns.
Actually,
They're gonna spread them out, air them out, man.
I think they're gonna try to take the air of the ball. I don't think there's gonna be a high score game.
They're gonna have to, man.
But I think it's gonna be like 24. I think
they're going to have to.
In the 24, 21 range, something like that. Yeah. Maybe 28. But I got Washington. But I just think a 30-point game by anybody is kind of a, it's kind of a stretch for real.
Nah, Washington, they can put up the points. That's one team.
I was saying.
Did Darius pick a team? Did he pick a team?
I picked Washington. I picked Washington.
They
okay.
Michigan gave them boys 5 sacks in the first half.
And one in the second.
We'll see how many they're gonna get.
They only got one in the second.
Two different. You got an inexperienced quarterback, second year. Compared to a veteran who know how to maneuver around the pocket and get rid of the ball quick.
Veteran. Yeah, 7-year veteran.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a big difference. Big difference.
That's fine.
All right. So NFL picks really only have two good games really this week, just because of the consequences of winning the division. So we're gonna go over the first one first. That's on Saturday night. In Colts, you got the Texans and the Colts fight. The winner is the division title. It's gonna be a great game.
It's at Indianapolis.
It's in Indy. In Indy.
That's
Houston
gonna be
Colts.
That's gonna be a great game.
It's gonna be a great game. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a good one. Let's start with you, Jo.
Where's it at?
Indy.
Is Stroud playing?
Stroud playing.
Yeah, he played last week.
Everybody played. He played last week. Yeah.
I got Houston. I'm gonna take Houston. I like that boy. I think he's gonna do all right. Can I say boy on TV? I mean,
you can. Yeah.
I like that kid.
Go ahead, Coach. What you got, Coach?
I got Houston, man. I got Houston going down to Indianapolis and taking what belongs to them. And,
what's the score?
Let's go 30-23.
Oh, high scoring. Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game, man. It's going to be a good one.
It is. What about you, Kev?
Oh, I'm going. I've been on Stroud all year, so Stroud got this.
I think we all like Stroud. What about you, O?
Yeah, I love Stroud, but I'm picking Colts here. Colts at home, they're trying to get in the playoffs. They're gonna win it. Yeah, they're gonna get in the playoffs.
What about you, Bizel?
Houston got that game. I don't even
Houston.
Houston, yeah, they got it. You want points?
Yeah, give me your prediction, your points.
28-14.
I like Texans too, but something about them Colts with the backup quarterback and the defense actually playing better than I thought they would play at times. I'm rooting for CJ, but I don't think it's his time yet. I think he need one more. He's not quite there, so I'm going with the Colts.
The Colts got 3 offensive linemen couldn't even practice today due to injuries. They can't even practice. They hurt.
They'll be fine by Saturday.
Hey, everybody hurt, man.
Right.
Everybody hurt, man. Come on now. Yeah, they've been banged up all year, man.
They ain't been banged
All
up.
right.
The Colts ain't been banged up all year.
No, I'm saying by the time week 18 come around, everybody's banged up. That's just football. Okay. Hey, let's look at the last game. Bills trying to take that division from the Dolphins, who are floundering right now. I think they're saying hopefully what's the name of play? The running back will come back and play next week.
Dolphins floundering. That's a good
Dolphins floundering. They're struggling.
Are they struggling now?
Go ahead, O. Yeah.
Mean to do it.
I mean, coming off of 2 losses back to back.
Oh, hey, come back to me, man. Come back to me. I gotta look at some stuff, man.
Go ahead.
Come back to me.
Go ahead, coach. I'm gonna start with you.
Nah, I got the Dolphins winning.
Okay.
Miami.
You said what?
Yes, I believe it's in Miami. Yes.
Yeah, Tua playing, right?
Miami. Sunday night.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Tua's playing.
Yeah, Tua gonna have a hell of a game.
Oh, okay.
And shouts out to Tua, man. We all thought Tua was hurt and couldn't play no more, right? Played every game, right? I think he don't play every game this year.
Right? Hopefully Waddle be back. They need Waddle. They need Waddle though.
He won't be back.
So yeah, I'm picking Miami.
He got a high ankle.
Picking Miami. Yeah. Okay. All right. O got Miami. What you got, Jo?
Oh, I got Buffalo. Mainly because I picked them in my parlay earlier this year, and if they win the division, they'll keep me in the run.
There you go.
I think Buffalo on the road, so I got them. I'm gonna go with them.
Buffalo.
It might disappoint me, but we'll see. I got Buffalo.
What about you, Kev?
Shit. I'm going with my gut. I'm going with Buffalo. God, I hate that pick.
So go ahead, Bezel. Before I make my pick.
Buffalo beat them like 48-20 something earlier this year.
Basically
48-20.
Yep.
With Waddle playing. Buffalo right now they hotter, so I'm going with Buffalo right now. It'd be different when they get their playoffs, but I think Buffalo will get them.
Yep. I'm picking Buffalo too. Josh Allen has really only lost 2 games to Buffalo since in his career. You know what I'm saying? And against Josh McDaniels, he only lost like 1 game. It was I think a game he got hurt. But for the most part, he's been dominating Buffalo. And he actually plays even better in Miami than he does in New York. So he's gonna dominate this game. So I got Buffalo in a landslide. Maybe as bad as the Baltimore. Maybe it's not as bad as the Baltimore game. But it's gonna be ass.
It won't be as bad as the Baltimore game. Don't.
No, it won't be as bad as the Baltimore game. It's gonna be by 2 touchdowns though.
2 different teams.
Hey, they're gonna see each other in playoffs. We're gonna see what's gonna happen with that, man. All right, we got two for Dolphins. I think those are the only really 2 good games for this weekend. Everything else is some garbage. So, we could say them Eagles and Giants. That's actually a surprise game. If somebody want to pick them Giants, somebody gonna go off the reservation.
I'm picking the Giants. Yeah, I'm picking the Giants.
I got the Giants too.
Oh, let me add that game to the list. That's actually should be a good one.
I got the Giants.
It's in where is it at? It's in New York. It's in New York.
Yeah. The Giants got that one.
In the snow.
Okay.
Giants.
Okay.
We picking the Eagles and Giants.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick the Eagles.
Eagles winning that. Eagles.
Gonna right the ship.
Eagles.
Yeah, coach. They okay. So coach got Giants. Okay.
Yeah, I got the Giants. Yeah.
Bezel, you got Giants too, right?
Yeah, I got the Giants.
What about you, Kev?
Eagles.
And O got Eagles. Dang, I want to
I
pick the
just read
Giants.
that AJ Brown took the Eagles' offensive line. They went to an escape room and had a birthday party. So I think they got it together.
Okay.
I'm serious. I read that. I just read that. AJ Brown took the offensive line to escape room.
Very underrated, but they gonna come out fire.
Yeah. They should win that game.
Eagles gonna win.
Angel Big Zeus, you heard that?
Eagles gonna
They
kill
didn't.
them.
They get team bonded, cuz. They get team bonded.
Eagles gonna kill them.
What's the score?
Why? Hold on. Time out. Why y'all think the Eagles gonna kill them when they just damn near lost to them the first time? Not that was 2 weeks ago.
Because they just went to an escape room. What's wrong with you? Didn't you hear that?
They went to the escape room so they could get out of New York fast after they lose. That's what it was. They trying to figure out how to maneuver out of there.
They bonded. He bought them rollies and everything. Watch.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm glad they bonded because they're going to Cancun and like literally the next week. So it's all good. They'll be in Cancun after that. That's cool.
He just don't believe in them.
I don't.
All I know is
I don't believe in
all I know is the Ravens better win. The Ravens
They
better
will.
win.
They will.
That's all
Don't
I
worry.
know.
Don't worry.
They better win, man, because you are. Because y'all on it. Y'all on it, boy.
Not only are they
Y'all
going to
on
win,
it,
but
boy.
when we talk next week, I'm going to be 4-0 with my picks. So it's all good. It's all
good. You're going to be 4-0? Okay.
Yeah, it's all good.
Let me run down his picks real quick. D, run down.
We're going to post his own comment.
He said 4-0. I got to write this
I know, right?
I got I'll see a copy of it. I got your picks. I got Coach with Giants. He got Giants, Michigan. He got Dolphins, and he got Texans.
Yep.
Yeah, I got everybody's pick.
I got him agree with them Jones.
It's hard to go against. It's hard to get go against Giants. I'm done. I'm picking the Eagles.
Let's play that.
Huh?
Yeah,
I'm done.
Play that real shit.
Hold on, the whole thing, or you playing this a part of it?
No, snippet. It's too long. I think way too long.
Bullshit.
Like 10 minutes.
Just drop.
10 minutes long.
Yeah, I got you.
What you talking about?
Bullshit or real shit.
So the first one on here, I stole this out of Josie's Joints. This is the first topic we're gonna talk about right here. Is Joe Flacco a Hall of Famer? What y'all think?
Is that a Hall?
I'll let Josie start this off,
but there's much more than that.
Let's
let
playoff
Josie
start it
that
off.
Joe won were on the road.
Let's go.
He's tied with Brady for the most in NFL history. And if he could get one more with the Browns this year, he would take a significant record away from the GOAT. Now all of that's impressive, but it's not even the strongest part of his resume. Because in 2012, Flacco literally had the greatest quarterback run in postseason history. He beat Tom Brady and Peyton Manning in their primes on the road, and he was literally perfect in those 4 games, going 4-0 with 11 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and a 117 passer rating. He's a Super Bowl champion and MVP, and for his career, he actually has good overall numbers too. He's number 18 all-time in passing yards with nearly 44,000, and after next weekend, he should be top 25 in touchdowns. As it stands today, I already think he has an argument to get in. But if the Browns stay hot, he could be a lock for the Hall of Fame within 2 months. I can't believe I'm even saying this right now, but if he won the Super Bowl this year with the Browns, he would join Tom Brady and Peyton Manning as the only quarterbacks in NFL history to win a Super Bowl for multiple teams.
He just
Joe Flacco.
This was kind of brought to me about Joe Flacco, and I initially I was like, nah, I don't know, I can't really see that, right? But let's think about some of the people that's in the Hall of Fame, right? Eli Manning. I'm pretty sure Joe Flacco got better numbers than him, except for the 2 Super Bowls, right? Longevity.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was a very, very average quarterback, except for the 2 Bowls. Who? Eli? I do
Flacco
know.
too.
He was very average. He was very average.
Flacco too. Flacco as well.
I think he got better numbers. I'm just thinking Eli was a very average quarterback, except for those two Super Bowls. And even if it's comparable, why shouldn't he be considered? We like Kev said before, it's not the elite of the elite that's not what we put in anymore, right? So if that was the case, then no. But I mean, he has a case. He's top 25 in touchdowns. He's almost top 20 in yards. Has a Super Bowl and a Super Bowl MVP. I mean, I think he should be considered. If it was just
real quick, Eli has 14,000 more miles, more yards than Flacco right now. I was curious. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. If I was to say, you know, if it was the elite, then. You know, but I mean, I think he has a shot. I don't know. I think he deserves a chance to be considered. I don't know if he should get in. I think he got a chance to get considered.
I think Joe,
nobody else has done.
No. Joe will get in.
Let me say this: Flacco got 0 Pro Bowls. Eli has 4. Flacco has
0.
That's political.
Yeah, that's super political. But let's also take into.
I'm giving some of the numbers. I'm giving just some of the numbers right now. I think he should be, but I'm just giving some of the numbers. They got Eli with 2 Super Bowls, him with 1. They said Eli playoff appearances. Flacco had more playoff appearances, but you know they're gonna say it was.
And Flacco had less games. Let's be real. Flacco's played 50 games less than Eli. Let's be honest.
Is it that many?
I'm not lying. Look it up, Beazell. I think Eli's had like
Flacco started 180 games. Eli 230.
But Flacco has played like 100. I think 183 games total, and I think Eli has played a total of 237.
I mean, they both played 15 years though. That's interesting.
Yeah,
that's weird.
Eli 360 touchdowns to Flacco 232.
I mean, Eli's not in yet.
Flacco is 245.
They pretty much gave it to him.
Flacco got 245 touchdowns.
Now, yeah.
I think Flacco has done enough with what he's done to get in there. I mean, even before this kid made this TikTok and everything like that, I thought that Flacco would get in. It might not be a first ballot, but Flacco's definitely going to get in with what he's done. I mean, just the narrative alone and we knew he beat Tom Brady and Peyton Manning to get to the Super Bowl. We knew that already. That's not news to us. So when you factor in that for his Super Bowl run, and it was an impressive Super Bowl run, that was a very. I don't know if it was the best quarterback Super Bowl run ever, but it was damn near up there.
I mean, 11-0.
It was impressive.
Yeah, it definitely was impressive. I think with all of that,
was pretty impressive. He won the MVP. I mean,
I think with all of that, no matter what he does with the Browns after this week, I think he's still going to get into the Hall of Fame. You know, it's going to be dope when we bust him. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it is what it is.
Joey,
it is what it is.
Joey, like honestly, since your joint, like really, what do you feel? Like, do you feel like he's a Hall of Famer?
Yeah, I feel like he's a Hall of Famer.
I think he's toggling. He's close. He's close. I mean, he had a good 10-year run. 10-year, although he played 15 years, he only really played consistently 10 years, maybe 11. He's been backup after that. So
his numbers don't do it, man. He's not Hall of Fame.
He was a good playoff quarterback, but overall his number, exactly. He's gonna be. It depends on what he does now, and if he can get another Super Bowl, yes, I think he has to get to the Super Bowl.
Coach Zeus. Kirk Cousins got more touchdowns than Joe Flacco, man. Come on. Right? What am I saying? Right?
You brought up Kirk Cousins like he won a Super Bowl.
I mean, can y'all be honest?
You know what I'm saying? How many times Kirk Cousins been to the Super Bowl? All right.
I'm just saying 0, but clearly he has 270.
I realize
25 more. That's 35 more. That's crazy.
What do you realize?
Yo, Flacco has never been good. I don't know what y'all talking. Y'all love the Ravens, but Flacco ain't never been nice. He always just been decent.
All right. 11 touchdowns.
He ain't never been good, yo.
In regular season, he had Pro Bowls.
Zero.
Listen.
0 Pro Bowls. No,
Flacco's
never been good.
Now you're bringing up
He's never been good, yo.
This is crazy how you
He has never been good.
Derek Carr only has.
I didn't flip nothing, yo. I said 0 Pro Bowls.
You said Pro Bowls is political.
No, I said that.
I didn't say that.
All right.
I didn't say that.
I said it.
Look,
I didn't say that. But if you've been playing that long and you ain't never made the Pro Bowl, something ain't right, man. How you gonna be in the Hall of Fame and ain't never made the Pro Bowl?
How you gonna not be in the Hall of Fame and you go?
That cannot happen, yo. That cannot happen.
So here's the thing.
That cannot happen.
Hall of Fames have always been about
That
narratives.
cannot happen, yo.
There's never been a direct blueprint to get into the Hall of Fame. It's all about narratives. If the narrative is he beat 2 Hall of Famers,
it ain't about narrative.
Get to the Super Bowl. It's always been about narrative.
No, that ain't how you get in the Hall. That ain't how you get in the Hall of Fame.
Okay,
that ain't how you get in the Hall of Fame.
So let me ask you this: why is Barry Bonds?
That ain't how you get in the Hall of Fame. Bro.
It's a narrative.
Well, that's two different sports.
No. First of all, Barry Bonds had great numbers before the steroids. Let's be honest about that. Let's be honest about that.
Because he was a cheater. And the media hates Barry Bonds. The media hates Barry Bonds.
Basically,
okay.
The media hates Barry Bonds. That's why he's not in the Pro.
Joe Flacco. You see how they bigged him up that whole Super Bowl run? Like they bigged him up.
What?
What? Do you not remember 2012?
No, I don't.
I do.
No, he's not good, man. Man, come on.
Okay,
man.
he don't have to be good.
Never been good.
He was clutch. He was clutch in 2012.
Yes, you do.
He was
Yes, you do.
He
Get in the Hall of Fame.
He was at a Hall of Fame career.
He would be the worst quarterback in the Hall of Fame. Then how about that?
Maybe I'm off. Maybe I'm off, but you got to be good.
So he'll be the worst quarterback in the Hall of Fame. That's cool.
He'll
get it.
This year.
No, he ain't gonna get in there.
He was clutch.
Don't put him in the Hall of Fame. Man.
It's okay. He'll be in there. He'll be.
If you got to think about it, he shouldn't be in there. If you got to think about it,
I'm with you. I'm with you.
You don't think there's a lot of people in the Hall of Fame that you got to think about it?
He was in a playoff. He should be playoff Hall of Fame. It should be a regular season, a playoff Hall of Fame. He should be a playoff Hall of Fame.
Look, I said, if you got to think about it, you got to think about it. You shouldn't be in there.
Career-wise,
they shouldn't be in there.
It wasn't.
Well, then they shouldn't be in there. They shouldn't be in there. Then
he needs one more Super Bowl. He needs one more Super Bowl. If he wins Super Bowl with Cleveland, he's in the Hall of Fame. We got to win a Super Bowl.
I got 2 questions to ask y'all about this Flacco thing. 2 questions.
Yeah,
I'll make it quick. One, is he a game manager?
Next.
And then 2, a game manager.
He's an elite
in the Hall of Fame.
What happened?
I said
we talked about game managers. Game managers win Super Bowls, but he's an elite game manager because he can make plays. You know, he get the receivers the ball.
That's what I was asking.
Ain't nothing elite about Joe Flacco.
He's an elite game manager.
Ain't nothing elite about Joe Flacco. Nothing elite about Joe Flacco.
Come on now.
Come on now. Ain't nothing ever
he got an arm.
Joe Flacco.
I don't think he's an
elite. He's always had a big arm. He's always had a big arm.
How about this? And Andy Dalton has one more touchdown than Joe Flacco has played only 12 years. To Joe's 15 years. Like he's not Hall of Fame. He's not. He's good.
He played on team was good running back.
No, I understand. Joe is good, but he's not a Hall of Famer. No.
He didn't have to throw the ball all the time because he had a good defense.
Oh, so he can't throw the ball because he got a good running back. Okay, all right. Okay.
I just gotta find something, man. Give me something.
That's crazy, yo. No, you ain't gotta find something.
I mean, I think he will end up in the Hall of Fame, but
I think it's subjective. Most of that shit is subjective anyway. I mean, you can say what you want to say, but there's no blueprint. There's a lot of people in that job that you had to think about.
So Joey, is he a Hall of Famer?
I mean, I think he deserves a chance to be considered. I don't know. I mean, that's up to the people, but
I mean,
he deserves a chance.
What you think?
Well, I just said it.
You just got to give us something.
You said, I don't know.
No, I don't know.
I mean, comparing like Kurt Warner, who was MVP and league MVP and took the NFL by storm. You know what I'm saying? It's I don't know.
Kurt Warner was 10 times better than him.
Yeah, but
you know what?
He had that great offense. The Ravens had a great defense, man, and that's what's gonna always overshadow Joe Flacco. That great defense. Yeah.
And he plays, quarterback,
but
so
he made plays. He made plays
offense,
win the game. That run though, he made clutch plays though.
So there's a guy.
No, he didn't.
So when we talk about
Flacco ain't do nothing, man.
I think me and O was just having a back and forth, and I said that all he needed was that impressive playoff run to get in. History has shown that what's his name? Lynn Swann played for the Steelers. What does he have? A bunch of impressive playoff highlights.
Cowboys.
No. Stop it. Stop it.
Lynn Swan Steelers. But.
Like Lynn Swan got in there.
My fault.
Lynn Swan got in there because of a very impressive playoff run and a few highlight reels. That's how Joe is going to get in. You can talk about it years from now. You can say he doesn't deserve to get in.
Bowls.
You said what?
Lynn Swan was on a team that
won those Super Bowls with Lynn Swan.
Nah, Lynn Swan won a Super Bowl. He won a couple Super Bowls.
He won 4.
Like all-time great teams, man.
Yeah, I mean that's why he got in.
Joe Flacco is going to get in because
you comparing Flacco to Lynn Swan.
He beat Peyton Manning and Tom Brady to get to a Super Bowl and win. He didn't get to a Super Bowl and lose.
That ain't how you get in you don't get in the Hall of Fame that way.
He ran through Tom Brady.
Right, exactly.
2 games don't get you in the Hall of Fame.
The same way Eli's going to get in because he beat Tom Brady twice is the same way Joe Flacco is going to get in because he beat Tom
his
Brady
stats and his top 10 in touchdowns. I mean, don't count out Eli's stats.
Like, Eli got stats.
He got over 250.
Hey, say it again, Dale.
He got over 250 picks too, though.
He threw a hell of a lot of picks.
He threw a hell of a lot of picks. So what does that mean? He was a gunslinger and he threw it to everybody else too. I mean, what we talking about here?
Everybody ate on Eli Manning.
What
are you saying?
Except for those 2 Super Bowl runs, he was good.
Exactly. He's average outside of them. Yep.
Thank you. That's it. He was very average. I told you he was very average outside of them 2 Super Bowl runs. He threw 245.
His numbers ain't average.
I mean,
throwing 245 picks is not average. You're right.
I mean, shit. Drew Brees is one behind him. I mean, come on, like.
How many touchdowns did Drew Brees throw?
Let's see.
He threw probably a lot more.
Drew Brees threw 571. Eli threw 366.
3-1. Okay, okay.
That don't help your case at all.
Drew is number 2 overall in touchdowns.
He threw a lot. Yeah.
I mean, what you got through barely 1 to 1, 2 to 1. Almost every touchdown he threw a pick. Eli was average too. That's all I'm saying. Eli gets said. I agree. Michael should definitely be considered.
I'm not unlocking it for much longer.
All right, so next one. Next thing I was gonna say on real shit or bullshit. With this last week coming, you got Team Ravens, got everything locked up. Now, how do y'all feel about this? Sitting and resting starters the last week going into the playoffs. I think that's bullshit. What y'all think? Would you rest your starters and not play them at all?
If they got everything
risk taking an L, losing momentum.
I think that's real shit.
What you think about resting players?
I think that's a tough call, man.
No, it's not. It's not a tough call.
It's
not a tough call at all.
It's a tough call. It's a tough call. Because see,
last time the Ravens do that in 2019 and they lost to the Titans first round. Yeah, after they did that.
Every coach
was that 2019?
2019.
Yeah,
they're quiet.
So
not quiet. I mean, they look like a completely different team than 2019. So I mean, if we want to go back 4 years,
I'm just saying that's an example of resting. That's an example.
You got to
of
be
resting.
cautious, man, because remember when he shouldn't have played him like early in the season, and he played, and then the running back got hurt and got injured and went out. You feel what I'm saying? Like in that preseason shit. So what I'm saying is, no, I'm not comparing the preseason to going into the postseason. But what I'm saying is times where you can rest somebody and you don't need to play them. You shouldn't really need to play them. Because, I mean, you could risk injury and it could change everything, the whole trajectory of everything. And I think right now that Ravens got everything locked up. Why would you?
They got a bye week too, though. So you got a bye week. That means
momentum.
You sitting for 2 weeks. That's a lot.
See, and this is the problem with that because if somebody gets injured,
they've been having bye weeks for the past 2 weeks.
I'm not saying playing the whole game, but I think they should get some.
Let's get a little bit run. Let's get a little burn.
They've been having bye weeks for the past 2 weeks.
All right. For 2 weeks. That's gonna be really hard coming back playing a team that's been playing for the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Hot team coming against Buffalo.
I'd rather play them with my quarterback healthy. I'd rather play them with my people healthy.
Here's the issue with it, because we're talking about sitting starters, sitting guys that people want to pay money to see the last week of the year. I mean, the last week of the season. I mean, I'm one of those guys, you know what I'm saying? You had 17 other weeks to see these guys play. Not to mention, a lot of these games are going to be games where you're playing the same team again. If you're a Pittsburgh fan or a Baltimore fan and you really wanted to see Lamar Jackson play, you had a whole other opportunity to go up north to go see them play. Like,
Agreed.
okay, we number one in our, we number one. We got to buy.
Maybe you couldn't make it though. Maybe you couldn't make it.
No. Here's the issue though. Here's the issue. We do this thing where we do this thing where had the Ravens. If anybody plays their starters the last week and they got everything locked up, and their starter gets hurt, and it's a big implication in the playoffs, and then they lose, everybody's like, "Oh, that coach is stupid for playing him. Oh, that coach is dumb."
Let me ask you this: if just like Omar said, if they don't play and they sit out for 2 weeks and they lose, then they gonna say, "Well, the coach is stupid because now they rusty. They ain't played in 2 weeks. They should have played this. They should have did this." I mean,
Ravens already did that. Ravens already did that.
Sounds like they
should have did something else.
I just think that with the way that the injuries have been going these past couple of years with the way injuries are going, I don't have an issue with you sitting players if you're already locked up. I do have an issue.
They're losing that first game.
You said what?
You're gonna have an issue if they losing that first game.
Well, here's the problem with the if.
You're gonna have the greatest playoff run ever.
You have an issue if you play Lamar and he get hurt.
Right, like
right. You're gonna have an issue if they play Lamar and he get hurt.
Lamar was not healthy for the playoffs last year. He'll be healthy for the playoffs this year because he's not going to.
He hasn't failed the past couple of years, exactly. They need to rest him, but it's a fine line. You know what I'm saying? It's coaches got to make a tough decision. Give them a quarter, half.
You rest all of them.
That's it.
Rest a few of them. What you do?
Certain players need the reps. Certain players. Players are banged up right now. Certain players need the rest more than others.
Sounds like the Ravens did what they needed to do the first 17 weeks, so that the 18th week they can chill. Whereas the rest of y'all teams did not do what they needed to do the first 17 weeks. So now they have to fight in the 18th week.
We did. We don't have to play our starters.
You said what?
We don't want to play them. We want that number 2 pick.
So then sit y'all guys too.
We're in the same boat, man. We resting our starters too.
Right, you're resting your starters because some of them will be on another team next year, and some of them are playing for contract consideration. So it is what it is.
We're gonna get top dollar for them.
Okay, well, all right.
Well, go ahead.
I think it's an interesting it's an interesting dynamic when you talking about that resting players and trying to be ready for the playoffs. But all right, we'll move on to the next last thing. Play that clip.
Okay, we're gonna get into it.
Bullshit or real shit.
Black actors who Oprah has destroyed for her own selfish gains. Okay, so if y'all have been on the internet the past few days, then you've probably heard about the ongoing drama between Taraji and Oprah. After Taraji put Oprah on blast for underpaying her in the new movie, The Color Purple. According to Taraji, she has not seen a raise in her salary since Proud Mary, which came out 6 years ago, and even considered rejecting the offer to be in The Color Purple because the initial offer from Oprah was mad disrespectful. She thought since Oprah's a fellow black woman, she would understand her and do what's right, but Oprah did the exact opposite.
Where's my raise? I haven't seen a raise in my income since Proud Mary. And almost had to walk away from Color Purple. Yes, ma'am. Who said what? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Because you know what? If I don't take a stand, how am I making it easy for Fantasia and Danielle and Hallie and Felicia? Then why am I doing this? If it's all just for me, why are you here? We are to service each other. God is very clever. He put us on this earth and he made us all look different. He made it complicated. We need to figure it out. And we can, and we are. You have to look at the glass as half full. It's always half full.
Taraji later appeared in another interview with Oprah's BFF, Gayle King, and revealed that she was planning on quitting altogether. But while Taraji was having a mental breakdown, threatening to leave acting, Gayle was
playing the whole clip.
Gaslight her,
I hope not.
making her pain out to be a joke. Because like I said before, she's best friends with Oprah, so she obviously wasn't going to have Taraji exposing Oprah on her show.
And I heard on the street, Taraji, you had the audacity to say you're thinking about stopping acting. We said, stop talking.
All right, that's good. That's good.
Are you thinking about it?
So that was just a snippet of that's been a hot topic lately about these black actors and actresses getting paid. I saw how Viola Davis, I was saying how Viola Davis, she was talking about how when agents and big movie people talk to her, they always call her the Black Meryl Streep. And she like, well, what the fuck? I only make like 1/10 of what Meryl Streep what she get. We all know that the black actors, they're underpaid. But this is Oprah and Tyler Perry undercutting them. What kind of bullshit is that? What y'all think?
It's a tough topic, man. It's a tough topic.
Well,
Who wants to start off?
This is a long ass topic. I'll start. I'll be that dude. Like
I'll be your Huckleberry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll be your Huckleberry. I'll engage in this dance. There are a couple things here. Okay, it's a couple things. Does Oprah and whoever else, the powers that be, have an obligation to the black community to pay certain actors a certain amount? Yes, they do. But do they have to? Like when you're an actor or when you're whatever, like you're in a position because one, you love attention dollars and you like real dollars. Like they go hand in hand, right? So you're under the pressure in order to get the attention dollars, get the real dollars, you gotta take jobs that you don't really want to do. And any management or any situation, they know that. It's why you're not really allowed to discuss your salary in your job now, because management knows if the employees are discussing salaries, then it removes the leverage from them, right? So we all know this. This is not anything new. As far as Oprah and the other black power brokers who are actually in a position to produce film, stuff like that, they're running a business. They run it a certain way. They want to run it. They didn't get rich by giving people high salaries. Like they run a business like any other person running a business. What it boils down to is the obligation. Like, yes, they have an obligation, but I have a hard time forcing that obligation on them because it's still their company. They built their company a certain way. I always go back to my man Method Man. I know he wasn't the first to say this, but it sunk in my mind when I first heard it. He said, "Behind every fortune is a crime." If you are self-made anything, and we're on a podcast, so I am generalized, I understand that. But if you're self-made billionaire or self-made anything of a certain caliber, of a certain height, a certain achievement, you did something not necessarily illegal, but you took an opportunity or took advantage of a situation that a nice person may not have, right? So behind every fortune is a crime. So Oprah, Puff Daddy, anyone that reaches a certain self-made level, they're not the best of people. Like, I don't understand why we have to make them out to be these saints. They're humans like anybody else. There's situations in my job now. We don't make billions or millions, whatever, but people will talk about you in office and fuck up your job. Like it's human nature, and it's kind of disingenuous to think that because Oprah made it that they owe you something. But then they really kind of do, because it isn't like Color Purple was some kind of like small indie film where they had a small budget. Like, you knew it was gonna make money, right? But you run the company, you run a production company. Like, you don't have to pay a certain amount, because if they don't do it, someone else will do the job for you. Like, I don't know.
Here's where I push back. I'm gonna push back. We talk about Tyler Perry being self-made and Oprah being self-made, and that couldn't be farther from the truth. 1992, Tyler Perry did a show in New York. I Know I've Been Changed. I know this because both of my parents went. Tickets were $7. They tell me the story all the time. There's black people in those seats. Black people. When he went on stage and he said, "Hey, the production company wanted us to shut this down. We've got low ratings. Y'all might not see me again." They raised money, like in church they passed the collection plate. Passed the collection plate around, and black people put that money in there so they can keep it open. Years later, he started doing the Medea plays. Black people in there giving all their money, buying the bootleg DVDs and all that, going to all the shows, selling out all the shows, everything. The black community is the reason that we even know who Madea is. The black community is the reason that white people know who Madea is. Let's go over to Oprah. 1984, Oprah moves to Chicago. She starts AM Chicago, one of the lowest rating shows in history. She started to go out into the community, ask the community if they could listen to her show. So what did black people in Chicago do? They started listening to AM Chicago. It went from the lowest rating to the second highest rating in Chicago as a show, which perpetuated her career to allow her to do other things in talk shows. And as her fame began to rise, black people rose with her. We've always bigged up our people. We always big up, and we always will big up our people. If J.O. or Kev or Bezel or O or DMV D-Nice decides to do anything, we're going to rally behind them because, one, they're our people first. So now that we've rallied behind them and now they have all of these things going on for them, you would think that they would look out for people that have the same skin color as them. Why is it that now they are this big corporation and they have this opportunity to change lives? They are undercutting the same people that helped them from the ground up. And we talk about Taraji P. Henson. Taraji P. Henson has been doing this since 1998. And she's been in really, really good movies. Really good movies. You know what I'm saying? She's played very good roles. She's won a lot of awards for her performances, and for her to say, hey, for the last 6 years, I haven't gotten a raise, I haven't gotten an increase, when there are others that are around her who have done less.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
But they make more than she does. We now have to sit here and we got to do that thing where, why is this black woman who's been in over 17 films and won all of these awards, why is she not getting as much as this one white woman who's only been in 2 films, which flopped and nobody cared about, but they only like her because she has a nice face and she's on a bunch of T-Mobile commercials? Like, we have to be honest about the situation. So I call bullshit. I'm upset with Oprah. I'm upset with Tyler Perry. I'm pretty sure if anybody else were in that position, we would all think the same thing. Like, bro, you have an opportunity to change lives. Do that. Do that.
Okay. So the salary thing aside, we can't sit here and say Oprah and Tyler Perry has not changed lives. They have not paid a certain actor a certain amount of money, but you can't sit here and say they have not changed lives in other places. Like, we're being too single. Like, everything can be true and false at the same time here. Like, we understand that. Like, there's I can't think of the word right now, but I understand people's issue with the salary. That's fine. I get that, but we cannot sit here and say that Oprah and Tyler Perry, whatever, has not changed lives in other ways. We don't know that. You know what I'm saying? They went in a business. Like, they paid Taraji. Now Taraji got paid $500K for Color Purple. That is ridiculous. But to Taraji's point, if she has not gotten a raise since 6 movies ago, right? Each individual production company is a different company you work for. And all they're doing is simply taking that. So what'd you get paid for your last movie? All right, we'll give you the same amount. That's what's happening there, right? So on that point, it does make sense for Oprah or whatever to pay them more, because that's how you get more money, right? It's like when you go for a job now, they look at your past salary, even though it's not right because every job is different, but that's what they do. So that means when Taraji said that let everyone knows that all they're doing is looking at your salary history, and they're basing it on your last job. That's why she has not gotten a raise. But it is not up to. I'm taking a stance. I'm not against Henson getting money or anyone getting money. I'm just trying to figure out if someone's running a company, right, and they have this company, at what point can they do what the hell they want to do without having to support a whole community? I just there's a fine line there. Yes, they should do more, but I don't know what Oprah or whoever else is doing outside of this salary situation. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So it's hard for me to say that Oprah's a bad person, Tyler Perry's a bad person.
Well, I can speak on Tyler Perry as far as like in the hood and stuff, because I know personal friends that's actually working on a lot of shows that's on my Facebook page, and you can see them. That people that I personally know that he's giving jobs to, like these dudes was in the streets. They were some that I can't believe it. And now they're working on the shows that we see on TV, and he's giving people opportunities, kids fresh out of college, and he is giving them opportunities. But I mean, other than that, about the salary part, I can't speak on that, but I know that he is providing opportunities for people.
I think we all know they both provide opportunities, but I think it's bigger than Oprah and Tyler Perry. It's the whole industry as a whole, you know what I'm saying, where black people are not getting the value that they're getting. And really Tyler Perry and Oprah, I mean, they should be following a different model from what the other studios are doing. But really in society as a whole, it started off with women being underpaid in sports, meaning, you know, you can go look at sports where USA soccer, you know, women finally got paid the same amount when they won more championships. But
same percentage. Yep.
In general, women or black people get marginalized when it comes to pay, and it's never caught up. And I'm not sure when it's going to get caught up. Obviously they had the writer's strike. I think my computer's going haywire, but it's a tough decision It's a tough decision. Oh, okay. I am my screen's going zero. It's a tough decision for Oprah and but you would like for them to not do the same as the other white studios. You would like to compensate, you know, more competitive, and that's a shame. She got to blame part of her team. Her team need to be advocating for her getting raises. It's not always on the studio too. They need to somehow raise her value. Her management, her team, whoever's putting her out there, somehow has to fight for her to get her raises. Obviously, 6 years you're not getting a raise, and she's been in that many movies. Doesn't make sense.
Taraji ain't gonna turn down her job because she is a hard worker. She's not gonna turn down her job because also she loves the attention dollars. So she's in a bad situation, but she can't really win for losing because she wants the job because that's what's gotten her to this point in her career. She wants the job. She wants to do the work. She wants to get paid.
She got to work.
So yeah, so it's tough. Like it's tough.
You gotta understand the reason Taraji takes these, and I applaud her and her team for as strategic as they are. We can go all the way back to 2010, 2009. I Can Do Bad All by Myself. She showed her range. A lot of times you'll see black women in this industry get typecasted a lot. We can think of one off the top. Damn, I just forgot her name that fast. Comedian, black comedian. I just forgot her name. No, not Monique. Tiffany Haddish. Typecasted. She plays the same character every single role
over and over.
But Taraji P. Henson has played so many different roles. Taraji P. Henson's Think Like a Man 2 role is way different from the Acrimony role, which is way different from the Top 5 role, which is way different from the Hidden Figures role, which is way different from, the Hair role. Like, we're talking about a woman who is very multifaceted, multi-talented, and takes all these different roles so that they can keep coming to her. Now, there's an issue that I'm having because if she's continuously getting roles, why is the money not matching the continuous roles that she is getting? Because she's kind of been everywhere. She's been all over. She's done every single different genre that you can think of when it comes to the music. I mean, the movie industry. So where's the real issue at this point is my question. I can see if she only had 2 or 3 roles or she hadn't had a role since 2018. Monique's situation was a little bit different. Monique's situation, she hadn't been touring for a little while. The last movie that she had, they said that it didn't do well based on the projected numbers and things of that nature. You really had a legitimate case to go back and forth about Monique. This situation is completely different. You said what, bro?
Well,
and that's the problem.
Got blackballed by Tyler Perry and Oprah.
Well,
they said for that Precious movie, they only gave her like $50,000 to do that movie.
Yeah,
they wanted her to go all over the world. They wanted her to go all over the world promoting it. She was like, "Nah, I can't do that. I ain't doing that for free." Yeah,
well, listen.
But
they blackballed her.
Isn't that your job as an actor in a movie to go do the promotions?
No, it's not. No, it's not.
That's for free.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's in the clause. It's in your contract clause. If you do any promotion, you get paid for that. Those Marvel guys, when they go up and do that stuff on stage, they get paid.
That's part of that contract. Exactly.
But listen, Taraji P. Henson got paid $150,000 for that great series of Empire. Wow, the Hollywood.
That's per episode. Yeah, exactly.
No. Got paid $150,000 while the Hollywood Hunk earned $10 million.
Hollywood what? What?
Hollywood Hunk. That they just say the Hollywood Hunk means Hollywood itself.
Yeah, but you talking about a TV show to a movie? Come on, what are we doing here?
What I am saying is basically her pay, what she's getting paid. like for certain things. The Empire was like one of the best.
She got 150 per episode. You saying?
But that was 150 per episode. I don't think it was just for a whole series, for her per episode.
It's 150 per episode.
But still a fraction of amount compared to other bigger shows.
That's what I'm saying. She was only making She was making 150,000 per episode when the show was getting 10 million. She was the clear star. It was 2 stars, main stars.
Yeah,
and it was like the top
Terrence
show
Howard
on TV for like 2 years, 2-3.
I mean, 150 episodes sounds high. I'm sorry. Like, what's
Empire was the top show on TV.
Yeah, Empire
for a while. It had a good run. It had a good run
on TV.
Yeah, it was.
It had a good run, especially in the black community.
I never saw it.
On all of TV, it was a top show.
I'm just telling you, it was one of the top. I said it was one of the top shows.
That's fine. But 150 per episode as compared to what? What's the comparison?
What was Terrence Howard's pay compared to hers? I gotta look that up.
You want to hear a disparity?
That's a good question.
I can give you a disparity.
I'm listening.
In 1998, Jerry Seinfeld made $1 million per episode for his TV show, which was the number one show. Which was the number one show on Fox.
Seinfeld's way different though. Like
that's like the number one show.
Yeah.
That's like the number one show.
Or one of all time.
We're talking about on Fox. We're talking about on Fox. We're talking about. I just said on Fox.
Well, Seinfeld was on NBC. It wasn't on Fox, so it couldn't have been.
That was NBC.
Terrence Howard paid 350,000.
Woo, more than double. That's some shit.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's still crazy.
So yeah, that comes to the women, the men. Yeah,
that's some shit.
Yeah,
at the end of the day, if her accolades are what they are, I do have an issue with her making what she made. If she don't have those accolades, if she doesn't have that and she makes that, okay, we have a different conversation. But you cannot look at her body of work and say to me that she's getting paid fairly. And then it's also something to say when everybody else starts speaking out as soon as she speaks out. You know what I'm saying? Because people are afraid to be blackballed in the industry. People are waiting until
you are holding on. You're holding his career by a slim thread. I get it.
Right, because the questions are being asked to these people. Viola Davis didn't just come out and say, "Oh, I stand with Taraji." They asked her. You know what I'm saying? They're asking these black actresses, "Hey, how you feel about what's going on with Taraji?" And then they say what they say because a lot of them are fearful of being blackballed. I mean, the Google is out there. You can Google how much they make per episode on these shows and stuff, and then you can Google their white counterparts and see how much they make on their shows, and you can look at the viewers and ratings and all that and everything like that. At one point in time, Orange is the New Black was like the super show for Netflix, and they weren't making any money. They weren't seeing any bread off that.
Hey, on Forbes said this: Empire became the most valuable show on broadcast TV.
It had a good run. But obviously, like I said, it's always going to be disparity right now. It's equal pay. It's tough, and it's even worse for black women. I mean, it's a shame, but like I said, the industry.
What does that mean?
It's been that way for a while. When is the industry going to change? You know what I'm saying? So,
well, hopefully after the writer's strike, hopefully the guild and everything comes together and they can.
I thought it was already over. The writer's strike is already over.
But now that it's over,
the actor strike is over too. Both of them over.
But now that the strike is over, we now need to see things come to fruition. We need to see the contracts look the way they're supposed to look.
Oh yeah.
Did you see it, Darren?
One more thing I wanted to clear up.
I saw it last week. Yeah, it was good.
One more thing I just wanted to clear up real quick. We got to stop saying that Taraji made $150,000 per episode. That's not true. She, with them taking their money, the company taking their money, her agency taking their money, things of that nature.
True.
She probably made somewhere between like 60 and 80.
No, she was paid 150. She was paid. Who she got to pay is one thing, but she was paid 150. Yeah. We get it. I mean, the expenses of being an independent contractor, because that's what they are.
Okay.
Sweet.
She's still getting robbed though.
We're not disagreeing with you.
She is. Oh yeah, she definitely getting robbed.
Yeah, it's just crazy. I didn't, I never looked at all that stuff until I heard all that. I just thought it was crazy. But
hey, did y'all watch Color Purple though? Did y'all watch it? Anybody watch it?
Nah, I don't really do the rerun. I mean the remakes.
Can I say something right quick? I've never seen Color Purple.
Yeah.
Oh, not the original either.
You don't need to see it. 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 It's cool.
Oh, come on now. Go.
Cool. You don't need to see it. You don't need that heartache. You don't need to see it. It's cool.
You don't.
It's a black staple. It's a black staple movie in the
black. Yeah, my wife talks about it all the time.
It's a black pain staple. It's a pain staple. That's what it is.
I know. I thought, but the remake it is a remake, but it is different, a little bit different. They I thought they did a good job with it. They closed a couple loops, and it was entertaining. It was good.
Oh, you gonna go see it?
Oh, it was pretty good.
Yeah, the music was good. It was a musical, but it was good though.
Oh, I'm definitely not seeing it.
It was
unpopular opinion. Yeah. I don't really like the black remakes. I think once it's made, do something different. You don't have to remake The Color Purple. You don't have to remake our childhood movies that we grew up on.
Yes, you do, because there's no more original thought. So yes, you did make it.
Most everything out here coming out here is remakes. The thing is,
it's trash.
You got to relate to the times. So what they do is they relate to the times. So they change it. I mean,
exactly.
Old humor, it's still funny to us, but like people looking at old humor, like kids, we laughing like shit, and they watch this shit, and it'd be like, "What y'all laughing at?" So what they do is they make something for the times. You feel what I'm saying?
The problem is bridging the gap of the time of then and the time of now. The best production that I've seen do that is the new Ninja Turtles that came out. I think they did a flawless, phenomenal job of bridging what we used to watch.
Ice Cube was the bad guy?
You said what?
Ice Cube is the bad guy?
Oh yeah, definitely, 100%.
Oh yeah.
Ice Cube and Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
If you watch the new Ninja Turtles,
yeah, they did a good job.
They did an amazing job, and I wish that more companies would be like that when it comes to bridging the gap between the two. You feel me?
Came out earlier this year.
Mutant Mayhem. I watched it a little while ago.
I might have to go watch it.
Yeah,
and we also we need to do an in-depth podcast on Transformers the movie too one day.
Hell yeah,
man.
We're gonna do that.
We could do that. It's gonna make me upset, but we could do that.
You mean the only one? The only one. He means it's only one
podcast just on that.
I ain't watch all of them.
No, we're talking about it's only one movie. It's only one Transformers movie.
Oh, the original. Oh, yeah.
It's only one.
Okay. A real one.
Anthony Michael Bay doesn't count.
Oh, hell no, none of that counts.
I like
they just twisted and screwed the story up.
I like some of them.
Yeah, it's crazy now.
Oh yeah, they definitely went overboard with the latest jobs.
I won't watch them.
Call them Dinobots.
I won't watch them.
You call them something else.
Predacons and the
yeah. I was like, oh shit, the Dinobots. They was like, nah, nigga, this is the Dinobots.
But that's just following where the cartoons went. So that tells me you stopped watching after Generation 2, and I don't blame you.
It's a travesty.
Yeah,
it's a travesty.
A travesty mockery.
All right.
I think that's a wrap, man. I think that's a wrap.
Yeah, that's good. It's a good show.
I think that's a wrap.
Okay. Well, we're gonna go around the table, man, around the block or whatever, and let everybody talk about what they're doing or whatever, and then we're gonna end the night. So I'm with you, Oak. Where can they find you? What you got going on?
You can find me right here, man. Talking sports.
Okay, Kevin, what you got?
Go ahead, Kevin.
You know where to find me. You know where to find me. Here, I ain't on social media, so good luck. If you find me, it's an imposter.
Yo, Talk Your Shit Podcast. Let's talk sports. I'm here. You can look at the jump right there. Instagram. At Instagram.
Chose his joints.
And D Nice.
DMVD Nice. Finally changed my handle Instagram. DMVD Nice. Ready for some playoff football, man. Let's get some. We need to talk some bets coming up for playoffs. Maybe we change it up instead of picks. Do some picks and some bets coming up for playoff time.
I'm down for a parlay, a playoff parlay.
Let's do it.
Yeah, give me some good ones so I can win some money.
And my boy Sean out here tonight. You know, you can catch him on here every week. He will be back in form next week. And we had a guest host tonight, Coach Zeus. I'm on a couple podcasts with him here and there. Got a lot of intel. He got a lot going on. And we're going to give him a chance to tell us again what he had going on and what he has going on.
Coach Zeus will explore skills, everything esports for HUD communities and HBCUs. We're actually going up to New York tomorrow. We have to speak to a couple people about getting some potential benefactors. We just got word that with the Undisputed Boxing game, they will have an esports belt that will be an actually sanctioned belt. So we're going to go listen in to hear what that's about, just to see if that's anything good, anything worthwhile. And if it is, we'll try to put something up towards that so that when we do our tournaments, hopefully it can have implications towards getting that belt. This summer that just passed, we hosted our first Metro Esports tournament in DC. We had Bowie State, Morgan State, Coppin State, UDC, and Howard University. We had their 2K guys there, and they all had a chance to compete for a badge, and the 2K badge, which will obviously give them implication to get drafted to the NBA 2K League. So, we're talking to these guys. We're trying to get our people, in front of everybody and stuff like that. We're trying to get them on ESPN and things of that nature. So just work with us. I will also be at that Knicks game tomorrow when they play the Bulls, because OG has been traded and he looks kind of good. So, I want to see if he can help them get to the playoffs this year.
Yeah, we're gonna get an NBA talk next week. We kind of missed it this week. And also, I want to go ahead and put our bid in. So when you come back to DC and you have one of your esports tournaments, can we get passes in on the show? As
oh yeah, of course.
we want to be there as media.
I want to play.
Listen. We will announce the next couple of tournaments that are coming up. The ones that are open to the public, not just for the schools. So once we announce those, I will give y'all the registration links and things of that nature. Come one, come all, and may the best man win.
Yeah,
dude, if you do a Madden like 04, 03 tournament, I'm there, man.
Oh, Madden.
I got you.
It's a different Madden right now. Old school Madden.
Double dribble tournament, yo. Double dribble tournament.
NBA Live 95 tournament. I will smoke all that.
Definitely, I'm trying to
Techno Bowl tournament.
I need to have a 10-yard fight tournament.
Double dribble.
Double dribble, yeah.
Definitely, I want to put our bid in and come in as media and.
Of course.
And promote y'all. You know what I mean? Promote.
Definitely.
That's what we do. Especially me. I promote stuff, and my man Jo. So we definitely would like to come in as media and check y'all out. If we can.
Appreciate that.
All right. Yeah. Anything you have, flyers, anything like that, and we will post it on our page. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'll send you some stuff over once we get our 2024 cards and everything situated, and kind of like how we're stacking for our benefits and stuff, because we do have people wanting to donate and things like that. So we got to get all that taken care of. Once we do that, I'll be able to send you all that stuff, and we'll be all set to go.
All right, that's good. All right. Well, then y'all can catch me on here every week, as well as the Next2FlexSportzPodcast with my co-host Trees. I'll be on the Talk Your Shit podcast. I'll be on the Let's Talk Sports podcast. And I will be on a few other podcasts. And I got one with my man, Marcus Smoot, WRTR, one of the known guys up here that does podcasting. We'll be on that. He's trying to partner with me to do a podcast. See how that goes. Yeah, we here. You know what I mean? Come check us out next week around the same time, same place. Bring a friend, tell a friend. It's been an honor and a pleasure, fellas. Good night.
Yep. Have a good weekend.
You gotta send me that code, man. You gotta send me that code. I'm about to do it again.